Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be your weekly shadow work. Let's see what we maybe need to work on or what's happening with the current situation. So what's hidden from us from our shadow side? What do we need to know? There it is. All right, the Eight of Wands, no communication. So you're either in a period of no contact with somebody or you're not willing to express yourself, either way that it resonates for you. So no communication. What else is hidden? Ooh, okay. Maybe, if I can catch the card. The High Priestess and the Empress, both in the shadow. All right, so someone's in a period of no contact with either their higher self, so your intuition. You need to really listen to that. That's important. And that if you're not listening to your intuition, you're not really getting the guidance that you need in order to make wise decisions. So pay attention to your instincts, pay attention to gut feelings, things that feel off, things that feel like they're better for you versus other things, and really don't ignore those things this week. That's going to be super important for you. I feel like you need to communicate with your guides, with your intuition, with source, and that maybe there's somebody else in your life that you need to communicate with as well. So trust your instincts and listen to your intuition, and you need to get into communication. We also have the Empress. When she's in the reverse, it's not the greatest energy. So I almost feel like you could be struggling with self-worth issues. You could be struggling with maybe kind of the hovering helicopter parent syndrome. Maybe you're trying to micromanage things. You could be struggling with things like infertility, feeling like you're not good enough, self-worth issues. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, and we only have 3 cards out. So let's see what else is going on. All right. What else does my collective need to know? There's another one. Knight of Wands. All right. So this is kind of Playboy energy. This is non-committal, and I feel like this is where the self-worth issues are coming from. The Empress wouldn't settle for somebody like that. The Empress is somebody who knows her worth, knows her value, and she's not going to settle for people playing mind games. So I feel like maybe if this person reaches out, which I feel they probably will, that there's going to need to be some boundaries, or you're going to need to cut somebody off. So trust your intuition. Another flipper, the Wheel of Fortune. So this tells us that you've been dealing with a lot of like things not going your way, a lot of bad luck, a lot of just feeling like things aren't going to go in your favor. So how do we turn that around? You've got to start listening to your own intuition in order to see things more clearly. I feel like you can really turn all of this around, but it takes some communication from source. It takes trusting your intuition, and it also takes courage. So brainstorm. I feel like this person could be kind of a gossip. There might be some rumors flying about this situation as well. Could be like a child of yours as well. If maybe you're the Empress, you're a little bit older, maybe you have some teenagers or adult children, there could be some issues going on that maybe there's a lot of rumors or there's a lot of gossip and talk going on. All right, what else is going on for you guys this week? How do we find the balance? There it is. All right, 5 of Cups. So shifting your perspective. I feel like you need to communicate in order for things to change. So be willing to see things differently. Maybe see it from another person's point of view before you jump to a conclusion or before you make any rash decisions. So think about it and communicate effectively, but see it differently. I do feel like you need to let go of something. Whatever the situation is, that there's been a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing, ignoring your intuition, not listening to source, your guides, all of that stuff, that needs to come to an end in order to actually make amends and go forward. And the 9 of Coins. So I feel like you are working towards your abundance. You're working towards the fruits of your labor paying off. Maybe it's like a business venture. Maybe you're investing wisely. So I feel like you could have kind of some narcissistic people around you that maybe you're trying to take that from you, or that they see that you're starting to finally branch out and glow up and that they want that for themselves. So be really cautious of the company that you keep. Where's that one? Ooh, the Moon. All right. So that tells us that we need to see things for reality. We have to face our fears. I think this is really important when it comes to the Knight of Wands, because this is telling you that he's trying to kind of manipulate you. He's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. He's trying to make you live in this fantasy, and you need to wake up, listen to your intuition, and see that that's not really the truth, and that the only way to break this cycle or this crazy thing that you've been dealing with is to actually see the truth for what it is and to make a decision to go in a new direction. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating the same exact cycle that's not working for you. All right. Yeah, it's going to take teamwork to make the dream work. It's also going to take teamwork I feel like, with source in order to really get good luck flowing in your favor again. So if you've been dealing with this string of bad luck, if you've been dealing with things that just aren't going your way and everything is super challenging right now, the reason is you're not on the path you're supposed to be on. You're on a detour. And so you have to get out of that detour and get back on the right track. In order to do that, you have to collaborate with source. You've got to listen to where spirit's trying to guide you to be. And if you're not, that's why things have been such a challenge. So make some changes and it will change for the better. All right. Yeah. There is more money that's coming in. I feel like you need to set some goals. I also feel like this could be maybe somebody changing jobs, or they're kind of hoarding resources right now because they're fearful of things. So what is it they're afraid of? All right, so afraid of getting hurt again. Lots of backstabbing, lots of betrayal. We need to really end those cycles, and I feel like you're finally ready to actually communicate that you're sick of this and that things need to change. So be thinking about the future, and I feel like you may think you've missed out on an opportunity, or there's been lots of delays. The delays are going to prove necessary. You had to go through this growth cycle in order to see things differently, in order for you to actually get back on the right track, in order to actually see that maybe this isn't working and you've got to go in a new direction. The Emperor. So we have the Emperor and the Empress both in the shadow. Neither one of them are ready right now. So if you're a twin flame on the journey, this tells you that you're both in your shadow. You're both trying to heal. You're both trying to work through the trauma, the issues that are at hand. And so neither one of you is really ready for this just yet. That's okay. Keep working on yourself. Keep doing what you need to do. And eventually, hopefully, you guys will come into alignment. But right now, it doesn't look that way. Right now, it looks like there's been a lot of manipulation, a lot of pettiness. Somebody who's maybe being really irrational or immature, petty, just a lot of negative energy on both sides. And so it's like you both have a lot of learning or a lot of growing up to actually do. And I do feel like there was a love offer that was rejected, or that this person on either side, whether you resonate with the masculine or the feminine, that you feel like you've missed out, or that this just wasn't a good fit for you. It could have also been like a karmic partner that was in your life. And so maybe that's just not what you actually wish to deal with, and you're trying to make some changes. How do we find the balance this week? What do we need to know? You got to be willing to walk away from what isn't working. So whether that's traveling, relocating, moving on from this situation, especially things that have hurt you really badly, and shift your perspective. Not all is lost. You can still salvage something, but you have to first find the balance, and this is divinely led. So you need to start by pouring into your own cup of love. If you look, she's pouring into this giant cup, but her cup is now empty. You can't live that way. You've got to find the balance. So dip your toe in the water. I feel like you need to make some changes, even if it's baby steps this week, but that it will start you on this new trajectory of which way you're going to actually go. And then we have the Emperor. So you have the Emperor in both spots. You have, see, he's going through his metamorphosis. He's facing his shadow so he can emerge this bold strategic leader that is the divine counterpart, that is the male energy, that is everything that you could ever want. He embodies all four of the kings in tarot. So he is like top tier. He would be the best choice that we have. So he's facing his shadow. He's doing his work, it looks like, so that he can emerge healed and transformed in this situation. Interesting. We'll see if the Empress comes out in the light side as well. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So he's thinking long term. I feel like he's doing the work so he can come towards you. I also think that he's checking in with Source. He's trying to collaborate, trying to ask God for guidance and to see what he needs to do going forward, and that there will be some sort of communication coming in. I feel like it's good news that's coming. So if you've been wanting to hear from this person for a while, it looks like they're doing their work and that they are trying to come forward. I also feel like they want some union to happen quickly. They want it to be balanced though. There's the new offer. Make sure that it's not toxic. If it is, we've got to deal with those things. We've got to let go of it. But they are manifesting a fresh start, and the bottom of the deck is the Empress. You guys are manifesting each other. You're manifesting a fresh start. You're manifesting union. You're manifesting commitment. But you want it healed and you want it solid. It looks like both of you are actually doing your work. So let the old cycles come to a close. So out of the rubble, you can rebuild something that's better, that'll stand the test of time. So when one door closes, a new one will open. It's going to take some strength to get there. Stick up for what it is that you want and go after your forever person. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you soon.